Welcome to Pop It Off! I had no idea what was going to happen because it didn't go to me right away. I am Danny Otto. Joining with me tonight, the one, the only, hashtag Shut Up Pete.
That's me. With a man bun and I'm drinking coffee.
Wait, cheers. Tink.
Oh, I don't see you. I don't know what you're tinking at. You're going over here.
I went. I did it to the side that I had to.
Oh, in that way. Okay, where's Corey? We'll get her in on the next one.
And she just has to go up. Joining with us is hashtag Corey Bears.
Cheers! I have tea. Oh shit!
Corey, there we are.
More people don't see this because they're like, "Oh, this is embarrassing."
I'm Billy McDonald. Willis Booth. All right, so we have a ton of stuff to get to tonight, and not a lot of time to do it. Yay! Aloha! Hashtag #1 fan Martin. So, you guys want to do the pop culture product of the night?
Absolutely. I love that we're getting used to saying that.
Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it?
Rolls right off the bag. Yeah, of the night.
All right. So, the pop culture item of the night, product of the night, whatever, is the question mark block from Super Mario Brothers, but it's a lamp. This thing's awesome. I spent a lot of time just like looking at this and wondering if it was worth buying multiples so I could record a video of me smashing one, like punching one, like Mario.
But like, I wouldn't want to break it. Like my concern.
That's what I'm
like,
saying. I would need two.
Yeah, but like my only thing is like, what do you like? It looks again. It has all the sounds of the Mario video game and everything, so you can plug it in. You can make all those noises. Only $35.99. But I'm thinking when I spend like the $40 on shrooms, and then I go and I'm tripping in my room, and I'm like, oh man, I didn't get big like Super Mario, and I want to break a box. That's what I'm concerned about, people. That's what I think is a viable concern.
You know what, Danny and Pete? I have that tattoo, so you can just punch me. I'll punch back. Please punch me.
I don't know if
Let's talk about some gamer news.
Yeah, gamer news.
Gamer time! 3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, gamer time, Corey.
That's me.
That's you. We have a really cool product that I'm actually really, really excited about, and I kind of want it. Like after I read about it, I kind of want it.
One of us.
Is that product the Nintendo Mario's Game & Watch?
It is.
Nice. So Nintendo has come out with it's a tiny little thing that is both a game and a watch, just in case you don't have your phone on you. But it comes with
or your Apple Watch.
Or your Apple Watch, right? And it's a standalone handheld that plays the first Mario game, the Lost Levels sequel, and then it also has a juggling game. At a kind of steep price of $50, you can get this as a stocking stuffer for your Mario lover in your life.
Yeah, I love how we call it a stocking stuffer. Like I'm used to like buying like Cadbury eggs or like Reese's cups and stuff like that.
Cadbury eggs.
Well, if they love Cadbury eggs enough, you're spending $50 to put Cadbury eggs in there.
The Mario Light was $35. This is $50. Just again, play on a handheld, do some juggling, and then like a really expensive like watch, kinda.
The other downside of this that I read about is there is no save function. So you literally can only progress as far as you can get before you run out of batteries or put the thing down and walk away.
No, well you can actually put it into sleep mode. And if you put it into sleep mode, it'll freeze the game. So you're not like stuck there trying to finish Mario in one setting. It's just that you can't like stop the game, save it, and then someone else play it or switch to a different game mode.
Okay.
So the question is it worth $50?
Oh no, absolutely not. But
I would buy that light for $35.99 and then
But you can't play games on it.
It doesn't matter. It makes all the sounds that you're going to hear anyway on the handheld. It's gonna make the exact same sounds. So instead,
I guess when you're in your room doing shrooms, it's gonna be about the
I'm
same
in real life
thing.
Mario, Corey. I'm in real life Mario. I'm just this tall.
All right, moving on.
All right, what do we got next?
We got next PlayStation and Xbox sales,
Sales are in.
which both are. I mean, even today I was reading an article where people were still trying to buy, I believe it was a PlayStation 5 from Walmart, and they couldn't, like, they'd have it in their cart and it would immediately be sold out. So people are still trying to nab some of this. There are no specific sales figures from the companies. Both are kind of keeping it under wraps. But after a little deducing, is that, I don't know. They're saying that probably over 1 million consoles have been sold from both Sony and Microsoft. And with both of them, they're saying that they're looking at a better sales figures than the last generation consoles, and more people are getting the new console. So what I think is really happening is that people are, one, gaming has kind of become a priority in the age of the COVID. And, you know, how some people kind of would wait to get consoles. They're, you know, making it a priority to get it this year. And two, I think more people are getting both consoles as opposed to just saying as opposed to, you know, the console wars going on. So it's not just, oh, I only play PlayStation, I only play Xbox. People are like, it's fine to own more than one console. I know, Danny, you got one. What do you think?
I mean, for me, the reason I chose to upgrade right now was because my Xbox One was starting to lag. It was starting to go slow. It was starting to buffer when it shouldn't, I guess. It was just getting very warm also. So I was afraid that it was going to be out the door. So I just thought this would be, I basically said, if I can get a pre-order through, then I'll get it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be brokenhearted if I didn't. I would just wait until after the holiday season, you know, get one later on. But I was able to get a pre-order, and I'm super happy with it. I mean, compared to my Xbox One, the load times are ridiculous. I saw a tweet that was really funny, and it was basically, I'm sorry to everybody who I haven't answered texts from. Basically, video games have no load times anymore.
Nice.
So, and I was saying, I have no time to even look at my phone, even on Destiny. Like when you pick a different place to go from orbit, it's like 10 seconds.
Oh, that would be awesome. I sit around for like 2 minutes.
I know. I remember doing that from 1 week to the next, and how quick it is now. It's ridiculous. So I'm super happy with it.
I think also there's nothing really, I'm actually really surprised at these numbers because there's really nothing as far as games that kind of release that makes you want to get them, you know? Like, you know, it wasn't like there was an exclusive game that came out that could only be played on the PlayStation or only could be played on the Xbox. So it was really surprising to me to see that people bought, like, the demand was there.
I mean, I think it goes to show just like you said, though, we're all stuck kind of in our houses. So, I mean, we want to have the next thing to keep us entertained while we're stuck here. We can't go out. We can't really vacation too much. So, I mean,
play the video games.
Yeah,
you're the gamer.
I definitely think COVID in general has affected the sales in a negative way. Like, as much as everyone's like, oh man, like we're all getting it, the numbers are still down. I mean, unless you're in Japan, I think I read before Japan's like crushing Xbox like 5-1. Which makes sense.
Sony owns Japan.
Yeah.
Here. Sony owns Japan.
That's racist.
Sony project.
That's
Hashtag.
racist. Hashtag.
All right. So, what?
I feel like we're just gonna transition after like the mentioned abuse of women, like punch me, yes! and then like any racist talk. It's like,
all right. So we're gonna kick this one off on a little bit of like the sad news. We had the passing of Alex Trebek, host of Jeopardy. He is Jeopardy basically. And in trying to figure out what we're going to do, like, if Jeopardy's going to be a thing still, we need to think of a host. And so a lot of fans online are petitioning to get LeVar Burton, host of Reading Rainbow. I mean, we've all kind of, we grew up with LeVar Burton being on TV for Reading Rainbow. And I mean, he was on Community too. I thought he was hilarious on Community. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about this? Is there another person that you would like to see thrown into the mix of potential hosts? Like, what do you guys want?
I absolutely love LeVar. No, I'll talk. I absolutely love LeVar Burton, and even since Reading Rainbow, he's continued to promote education and reading. He's created an app. He's talked at conventions, even at conventions for other things, not even related. He will talk about education. He's reading to us in the quarantine. And I think the thing that's so magical about Alex Trebek is that he was very even toned. He was very kind, and it was just a personality that you just kind of want to hug. And I see the same thing in LeVar Burton. So absolutely, there's no one else him.
I'm with that. Like, you think of Ken Jennings as like the person that they want because he's smart, but like LeVar Burton really was, if you're thinking about like the voice of our generation with Reading Rainbow and like a generation before us. And then like, as it's coming through, interesting enough, like as an adult, so many different generations are gravitating towards him. And I also think SNL would have a blast with him at the helm. Like, I just think that would be so good. And plus, so do like almost 100,000 people now on the petition wanting him to be it. So yeah, he
actually tweeted he wants to do it.
Like, I think that would be such a good call. Such a good call. Fuck Ken Jennings.
Well, I mean, it just goes to show, just because you're the smartest person in the room doesn't mean you're the best person to host a game show. You do really need somebody that connects with the fans that are going to watch the show and make the show continue to be a show, basically. Ooh. So, what?
We'll word that again. You don't have to. Just because you're the smartest person in the room.
Shut up. I was talking about Ken Jennings. I was agreeing with you.
Just because you're a smart person, you can still blow as a host.
Yeah.
Just because you know things going on in Mesopotamia doesn't mean that you can answer the question for $400. But like Danny, you even said though, like that was, it was kind of negative news with like some positive mixed in. I think we really have a positive note though on this one. I think this is the callback to what went on before. We've got an update in the Rick Moranis case, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh. I thought I had it all together.
I was led astray the day you walked away.
You were the clock that was ticking in my heart.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Holy shit, my ears are bleeding.
You heard that. I didn't.
What?
I was doing it from my phone because it asked me, like, do you want to unmute yourself during this? I'm cool with it. But yes, we got him, people. They found him. They found him. What? Marquice Ventura, the man that punched Rick Moranis in the face. Obviously he's not convicted yet. I know producer.
He's a suspect. You have to put potential suspect. You have to say.
Potential suspect. I know Paul wanted to do that. Was like, yeah. But no, this man, just in general, I don't know if you guys saw this, like a dozen times he's been arrested and like 3 assaults in the last year.
Damn.
And like, not just assaults. I'm talking about, hey, I'm waiting for this train. That lady won't give me any money. I'm going to punch her in the face. Hey, I'm walking down the street. That 60-year-old man kind of looked at me funny. Yeah, he's got sunglasses on. I'm going to punch him in the face. Like, those kind of things. Hey, that guy looks like a lovely man from Ghostbusters and Honey, I Shrunk the Kid. I'm going to punch him in the face. This is a repeat offender. I'm like, the NYPD, they snagged him. They found him. He's prospective.
Suspect.
He's a suspect. He's the perp, yo. He's the perp.
Well,
NYPD, you got a W for me on this one. All right, you got a W for me on this one.
But Pete, there's the original video. But while we're watching this original video and watching him stroll away, I believe we actually have an inside scoop video of the call that actually connected the on the tip line, connected the suspect.
Breaking news.
Yeah, can we roll that clip?
You do? You have? No kidding. Uh-huh. Well, just give me the address. Yes, of course. Oh, they'll be totally discreet. Thank you. We got one!
That's exactly how it happened.
That is exactly what fucking happened, too.
You heard it first here. Saw it first.
Janine tipped everybody off. Anyway, so we're glad that Rick Moranis is okay and that we have a suspect already picked up, because we can't say anything officially until he is convicted, but it's a suspect. Anyway, moving on from one thing to another, this story is hitting more and more home as it unfolds with the whole independent contractors and the WWE and having their rights basically kind of pretty much taken away. But basically we touched on this story, was it about a month ago, I think, where WWE was starting to say that none of their wrestlers could have other accounts on other programs like Twitch or OnlyFans or anything like that and make money off of their likeness from WWE. You couldn't be, this is my Twitch as this character or something like that. But they're independent contractors. They're not really like under lock and key, but they're treated like they are. So it's super weird. But this particular case, Pete.
Yes, I'm Pete.
Oh yeah, you are Pete. Sorry, my windows are freezing like crazy, and I just lost everything.
Burning. But yeah, no. One of the prominent wrestlers, Zelina Vega, was fired for refusing to comply with everything. And again,
right,
she makes more money via her Twitch than just actual professional wrestling in and of itself. And so, yeah, I mean, Vince McMahon has a stranglehold right now, and this is becoming more and more of an issue, especially with COVID and as these third-party systems go. And it's building the traction. The president of SAG-AFTRA already reached out and said, "Yo, I got you, girl, for a union." And if we're going to make another callback, Mr. Andrew Yang, ladies and gentlemen, is even getting in on this.
Yeah, Yang.
So, like, it's interesting. I definitely think that it should be something to monitor, especially if you're thinking, will the WWE wrestlers, are they going to be joining SAG-AFTRA? Because let's be honest, they're portraying characters. They are acting.
Yeah, they're acting.
Way. So, with that being said, and with like the unions kind of looking into informing, I think this is something to monitor, especially if you're a fan of watching Vince McMahon get pissed. So yeah, I mean, it's something to look at. There's still several wrestlers right now that are still currently under contract that are still also like trying to Twitch and do their cameos and their non-nude OnlyFans. Because again, that's that wrestler as well. She's a cosplayer OnlyFans. I may have taken a look at a few pages. I didn't pay for it. Thank you, Reddit. But yes, I'm sure I didn't help with the independent contractor. I'm sorry.
Thanks a lot, Pete.
Moving on.
Disney
Plus others.
All right, let's kick this segment off with our favorite section of the week. It's where we spoil something. This week in particular, we're spoiling Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 3. Pete, what you got?
Well, my first thing, can we call it moilers? Like, I just think that's a funny word, like Mandalorian spoilers, moilers. But anyway, that aside, Bryce Dallas Howard fucking crushed it. I'm going to use pause because I heard him say it. But Bryce Dallas Howard crushed this episode. It paid homage in a way to Jerome Fathers and Apollo 13, all the way through one of the best fight scenes I think I've seen in The Mandalorian with introducing Bo-Katan and everyone. So yeah, I really liked the episode. I really thought Bryce Dallas Howard did a really good job at being able to kind of. She seems like she knows the voice of action-packed Star Wars films, and this should have been. I was talking to Paul. This should have been the first episode, but this was so good. I think that she deserves her own fucking movie.
Ooh. I absolutely. I mean, I agree. I really liked Bo-Katan. I wasn't the I don't know. I guess I haven't had the most experience with Bo-Katan before, but I know one of my roommates really likes her. But what I'm really, really excited for is the fact that we've already we've had mention of Ahsoka Tano now, and now hopefully next episode we get a glimpse at her, because now we're getting the trail to her now, and that's what I'm really hoping for, because I've really wanted to see Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. Like, that's been my big, like, I want to see what she looks like. I want to see how she portrays her. That's what I want. So I can't wait. As soon as we got mention of her towards the very end of the episode, I was like, I need the next episode now. So I'm very excited. I can't wait. What else? I mean, any other thoughts about the episode before we move on, Pete?
I mean, I'm really enjoying the way that, oddly enough, how the episodes kind of end. I don't know why I'm finding this more and more whenever he's just flying off. I really like those, like, because it makes it seem like, oh, we're going to come back next week. So, like, I really like how each episode kind of ends that way. No, I just want to say, and, like, again, just kind of going back to it, the intricacies of the episodes and when these directors kind of come in. I made that reference to the Apollo 13. When you see the ship in the Aris in this last episode kind of breaking and re-entering the atmosphere and on fire, Bryce Dallas Howard got called out by a fan being like, yo, I love the Apollo 13. That looks just like it. And she tweeted them back being like, yeah, that's true. I did that to pay homage to her father and Apollo 13, which when you can get a little bit of like family love or a little like personal touch on something like Star Wars and something that's known for like all like a huge fan base, that's kind of cool. When you can like kind of just break off and make it like a little bit about yourself. Selfishly, you will.
That's right. And what I had to actually bring up exactly what Rico mentioned, Katie Sackhoff is the voice actress for Bo-Katan on the Rebels and Clone Wars and stuff like that. So it was really cool seeing her actually portray the character she voice acts for, to be able to do a real life version of that is very cool. I mean, she looked very much like the character, and I mean, it's her voice, so it fit perfect, I thought.
I think I definitely think I'm excited for it. I'm excited for the rest of the season now, and to me though, it was the best episode that I've seen, at least this season so far. And I would trail that back to probably the first season's episode of Bryce Howard's Sanctuary, whenever you got to meet like Cara Gargano and everything. But anyway, that aside, there's other things like The Rock. Why talk about these things when we can talk about reboots?
Well, we already got the message that we're supposed to be not talking about that. That's what we got from the background. Pay attention to your stage notes, Pete.
I don't have that.
All right, moving on. You have the
chats. Oh, we have.
He is in your room with you. He could just.
He is back turned to the wall on the other side. I am doing this from my phone with the best quality here, and I'm looking at the chat. I know we have other.
Move on from Wonder Woman.
So, Wonder Woman. Theaters
All right.
Max, huh?
Yeah, we got word just this week that Wonder Woman 1984 is actually going to be both a theatrical premiere and an HBO Max premiere on Christmas Day. They're going to be on both for Christmas Day. There's going to be no waiting for people who really just can't go to the movies. I mean, that's most of us. There are still a couple of states that have movie theaters open. Not a lot. It's kind of a scary thought for me to go to the movies at Christmas. But I'm very excited to see this movie. I've been excited to see this movie since it wrapped production when we were going to get it earlier this year. So I'm really excited about this. There is a note that it's only going to be on HBO Max for about a month. And I mean, I guess they're hoping that kind of buys them time and gets people interested in it maybe, and so that they can have like maybe another like a proper release in the theaters if stuff starts opening back up, if COVID starts dying down with the passing of the winter months and stuff like that. Again, wanted to ask what this kind of means is, do you think we're going to see this more often? Do you think we're going to finally get a Black Widow where they're going to have a release both in the theaters and on Disney Plus at the same time, because they've been sitting on these movies for so long at this point? What do you guys think?
Well, I really think as far as like a marketing perspective, I mean, you're looking at HBO Max. HBO Max is only available in the United States and then certain parts of Canada. It's not available internationally. So I think that especially with looking at not really sure what's happening with COVID or when movie theaters are going to be available for us to go to comfortably and in the capacity that they used to be, I think that this is kind of like a test for them. You know, because we're kind of looking at, you know, if it goes into, God forbid, next summer, we don't want another year of suspended releases. You know, they want to make sure they can do that. And I believe that HBO Max is going to start becoming international in 2021. So I think that'll help with their viewers a lot more. Disney Plus already has international viewing, so you know they already have a little bit of a following in other countries. But I think really for HBO Max, for them, it's becoming international and then giving people a reason to subscribe. Yeah,
I mean, Rico, I totally would have agreed with you if we had was Mulan for this, but we do have the upcoming release of Soul coming straight to Disney Plus. Now, no theaters at all, and no paywall or whatsoever. So I really don't know what Disney Plus is thinking at this point. That, and I mean, Mulan's going to be available without a paywall on Christmas Day also. So I don't know what these streaming services are starting to think, whether they're starting to get like antsy to start showing movies at this point and knowing that this is lasting way longer than they thought it was going to last originally. So
I mean, we're definitely in uncharted territory right now as far as movies and, you know, releases and stuff. So I think that they are not really sure either. They're testing the waters. They're seeing, you know, what they can do, because we really still don't even know the fate of movie theaters at this point and if they're going to survive through this. So if that were to happen and that whole industry needs to be rebuilt, they'll have a failsafe in place just from kind of trying this.
All right, Pete, we've come to the point that I would like you to lead on this next story. It's your time to shine. This is what you've been talking about for this entire past week. All I want to do is have you talk about this story for a second.
Listen, guys, Spike Lee's making his debut right now with doing a musical, and it's going to be about Viagra. That's all that we need to know right now. But Spike Lee, it's based off the Esquire article by David Kushner, All Rise, the Untold Story of the Guys Who Launched Viagra. And it is going to be a musical about the start of Viagra and how it gained its fame as an erectile dysfunction drug. The only downside to this really that I was looking at was like he already lost out on the titles of Get Hard and Walk Hard. So we are still trying to figure out a title for this.
Gone in 60 seconds.
It's just, that's it. It's called Chicken.
But it is not Gone in 60 Seconds. It's the issue of Viagra, or so I'm told.
So yeah, but that's it. So honestly, like he's worked before with adapting musicals to film, and now he's going to be, I mean, it's going to be a hard one. And now I can only do so many penis jokes and erection jokes before. I'm a little upset that I missed out on Gone in 60 Seconds. I'm really upset about that.
I scooped you.
Again, hopefully he'll turn it into like a cartoon, but he won't be able to call it Up. But like, okay, I have to.
All right, product of the
Don't
night.
you dare give me that laugh.
All right, guys. So product of the night, we actually have two products of the night. The first one is super weird and is a cursed product of the night. Don't you dare search for this product, or it will haunt every social media outlet that you have. Don't search for it. It's a decent product, but it comes with a curse. All I've been seeing are ads for this fucking Crunch Cup all week long on my Instagram, on my Facebook, on my Twitter, everywhere. It's coming up now. And I blame Pete. Fully blame Pete because he's the one who introduced this one. The product itself sounds interesting. It's for people on the go who don't have time to apparently eat 4 minutes to eat a bowl of cereal. It has a cup that both has an inner layer and an outer layer, and the inner layer has the dry cereal, and the outer layer has the milk. And when you pull it up, both of them release at the same time, and it spills all over you. Right?
Okay, I have 2 words. Cereal milk. What about it? You're missing out on cereal milk. No?
Yeah, it's for people who don't like cereal milk, apparently.
What? It together at a moment. It touches your lips, people. What are you talking about?
Cereal milk, Pete.
The aftermath.
Corey.
The aftermath, Pete.
Crunch Cup, Corey. Okay,
Right.
let's just roll with this. I think it's great. It's a little bit of an issue in California because, as we were talking before, no one drinks like 2% milk or anything like that. It needs to be oat milk, almond milk, things like that. Still both delicious. But like, yeah, I think it's brilliant. Fuck your other product.
The other product tonight is a very limited quantity product of the night. It's apple pie Pepsi. Yes, you heard me right. It's real. Apple pie Pepsi. So you can't go out and buy this. That's how limited this is. The only way you can get this is by using the hashtag, I believe it's apple pie fails, or it's, I can't remember the exact hashtag.
It's a baking thing. Like you have to fail at baking and tweet it.
I think it's apple pie fails is the hashtag you have to use. But basically they made 1,500 2 liters. And so the first 1,500 that submit a baking fail, like a burnt pie or burnt baked goods, burnt cookies, something like that, and you snap a pic and use that hashtag, the first 1,500 people that do that, they will send a 2-liter bottle of apple pie Pepsi. But that's the only way to get it right now.
This country sucks.
I thought you were going to say this.
Chicago ruined pizza. Fucking Pepsi's ruining Pepsi. Like apple pie. No, that's disgusting.
What's wrong with apple pie Pepsi? Listen, I'm the person that tries out all seasonal Red Bulls.
This is my favorite episode.
What is wrong with apple pie Pepsi? Apple pie is good. Pepsi is good. You put it in a bottle. You carbonate it. Yes, I'm here for it.
This is my favorite episode. It's just Corey against Pete, and I get to laugh. This is my favorite
I have
episode.
never seen anyone sitting down being like, I got my apple pie and a nice cold Pepsi. No one's ever like that. No, this Willy Wonka bullshit.
I think if I had only an apple pie and a Pepsi, if I sat down to Thanksgiving dinner and I started off with a Pepsi and then I got an apple pie, I'm going to drink the Pepsi with my apple pie.
Is that after you went through your tryptophan? Because you had your turkey, you had your stuffing,
yeah. Well, there's no
all that.
tryptophan because I'm a vegetarian. So let's just move on from that.
Okay,
We're not.
so
This household doesn't kill turkeys.
Turkey.
I'm just kidding. No, please eat whatever you want for Thanksgiving, guys.
You had your furkey. You had all of that.
It's
whatever you
tofurkey.
wanted.
I've had it before. It is not the best.
It comes in a tube.
I know. I know.
Thank you.